start on a base and no OP villagers to exploit. It was safe to say I didn't know what to do. I took a break for the day and I went outside to touch some grass in real life. While experiencing that non-VR grass, I had gotten a new idea. I made a new creative world with the same plugin and I built another portal because today I was going to try to cure villagers in the nether. So I built a small rail, trapped some poor villagers, and I shipped them off to his doom. After getting into the nether, an immediate problem had sprung up. I still couldn't spawn in villagers, and I'm pretty sure it's because world spawn was still loaded. But still, to test it, I trapped another zombie, infected this guy, and I waited it out until he cured. And he's gone. Just like that classic South Park meme, my hope was now also gone. At this point, I had very few options. I could continue the world with awful trades where I needed loads of hay just to scrape together some emeralds. So yeah, being faced with my pretty unfavorable choices, I continued messing around in the creative world for what felt like ages. I found this mod called Carpet that allowed me to fully modify the spawn mob caps in the world. Super amazing mod, by the way. And even after making my mob cap 1000, which I would highly not suggest because it lagged my game into oblivion, I still couldn't spawn any passive mob with spawning. So after all this time testing, there was only one more culprit to be found: the data pack itself. Somewhere inside this data pack, there must have been some code that limited these spawns to prevent massive lag, which makes no sense because the spawn mob cap does that anyways. You know what? It's fine. So I tried removing this data pack, and just like that, I can now spawn mobs in. Also, just for retrospect, I went into spectator mode to go underground to show you all of the mobs, and this is what your world would look like with 1,000 mobs in it. Just look at this pile of axolotls, and look at all these squid. Anyways, this mystery has now been solved, and I am so sorry I went off on this massive tangent about it, but for a while there, I didn't know what I was gonna do with this world, not gonna lie. So on day 49 for real this time, I reloaded my hardcore world, and now I was prepared with knowledge. So before removing the data pack, I spawned in, I cranked my render distance up to 64 so I can load in as many village chunks as possible, and yeah, with this many chunks loaded, the FPS in this world was awful. But all was good because after moving around a little bit, I lowered it again, removed the data pack, and now the world was finally fixed. That is, unless I ever get in the Elytra and try to travel anywhere that I previously haven't been, because then it won't be village only, but as long as I don't, you know what, we're good. Don't think about it, it's fine. Anyways, the world had already began to fix itself because immediately this iron golem replacement had spawned in near my villagers, staring down those zombies. So now that my first farmer was gone, I had to lightspeed level this other guy up before he could be infected. I began trading with him for wheat and emeralds until I had barely gotten him to diamond tier. I was already struggling for resources back then. Now I am really struggling. After I scooped him up in a boat and I struggled to get him out without the rest of the Domination Nation following in his footsteps, and after separating his boat, I rode him over to his doom and I released one of the zombies to let him fight those villager cheeks before I yoinked another potion at his face and stuffed him with a golden apple. And unfortunately, I had to once again sit here and wait for him to cure so I could guarantee that his trades were good. After all the trouble these guys have given me, I was really hoping for those instant trades. I did not want to do this multiple times. But while waiting, I noticed that more mobs were actually spawning in the world, including this creeper that was hiding in my dark chamber. After killing the creeper, my villager cured for the first time in this world's history, and he did not get instantly Thanos snapped. I checked his trades and they were not 1 for 1, but they're also not bad. I waited for him to get infected once more, and I used my last brew potion to cure him yet again. On the next day, day 50, I set up another 3 potions of weakness with my 2 new spider eyes and my remaining gunpowder, while waiting for the villager to cure the second time, and boom. This man's trades were just about there. One more infection and we should be good. I walked just far enough away for the zombie to smack him again, except for some reason, even after I was well out of his radius, zombie just didn't care. Zombie wanted nothing to do with those villager cheeks. So I went even further out on a short shopping trip for some more hay bales. After coming home with milk, unlike that, they were both zombified. So I administered codename cure number 3, and while waiting for the final cure, I tore down the rest of his house that I had burned like a week ago. And boom, this man was now cured and his trades were almost perfect. That is minus the 2 for 1 carrots, but you know what? I'm not gonna waste another gold out for that. It was not worth my time or stomps. I traded a bunch of wheat pumpkins for easy emeralds before I moved him into the pen with everyone else for the night. On day 51, now that I could begin profiting, today was a very eventful day. I kept trading wheat and pumpkins for more and more emeralds until I had a stack while also tearing down any of the remaining bits of nearby houses that I could. Except doing so was still taking way too long. I was going to need faster tools. So as the sun began to set, I placed down a smithing table to begin trading with a toolsmith. This guy honestly wasn't that bad. I got a pile of hoes, please don't take that out of context, or you know, actually do. I also got an breaking 2 shovel, which was not at all what I wanted. I got another diamond axe and I scored 2 efficiency 3 picks that I could combine for efficiency 4. However, I wasn't done there because I was going to make a second toolsmith. Now the data pack was technically gone, I could actually trade with everyone much more efficiently, and I was going to make so much progress. Day 52, after waking up, I placed out a second smithing table, did a whole bunch of capitalism with yet another toolsmith, and this guy also gave me some pretty basic and unexciting trades. The best I ended up with was efficiency 1 diamond shovels. However, luckily I had plenty